Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Raven here today. How you guys doing on this beautiful Sunday? Hope everybody is having a great Mother's Day. And I didn't realize until I said I was going to go live today already that this was going to coincide with Mother's Day, but good to see everybody here hanging out early. We got Great Scott, Brother Doug Wagner, Rose Dragon Coins, Greg Chapman, Create Craft, Lone Star Fox, Wayne Lynn, Mud Swat is here. We have the one and only Joe Must Be, Brian Jensen, Ronald Rockamore. Hope you guys are having an excellent Mother's Day. What's up, Silver Serpent? How you doing? Good to see everybody here hanging out. And yeah, just wanted to do a little bit of a hang out and chill, chat and chill, and then tell you some really kind of good news going on in my world. Something that I don't know if I had already shared with the Nest as of yet, but I'm very, very excited. Kinda Coiny, how you doing? Cam is a little out of focus. Yeah, Joe. It's my my Logitech camera. I don't usually have it on up close like this. Matter of fact, if I go here and change it to that, maybe that looks a little better. You guys are more used to something like that. Oh, I wish I won the lottery. That would be nice. But I did do pretty well. I How you doing? Vote for Pedro, Shadrach 777. The coin show at Goldsby was a lot of fun. Had a lot of cool people come out and say hi. Savvy Stacker, how you doing, my friend? Um, but yeah, so just wanted to come and hang out for a bit and make an announcement here in a minute. What's up, Flying Dutchman? Um, and I wasn't quite sure going forward what we would do for Sundays. Um, I'm not always trying to squeeze every dollar out of the community, but also I know there's a lot of people that aren't able to make Thursday nights. And so, we might do a little something where we have a small auction Sunday nights. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll do a vote on that. What's up, Alan Hall? Good to see you, brother. Emil G2, how you doing? Bart Cubbins. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. That's for sure. We took Miss Raven out for breakfast this morning, and then we called Grandma Raven and wished her happy Mother's Day. And been kind of a lazy day for me. I got a really cool gold back hat. There's some possibilities of me being affiliated with them in the near future. They've been really kind to me. Richard Cornell says a small auction would be great. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. But there hasn't been anything as far as gold backs that's been figured out 100%. But it is a possibility. I'm just waiting to see what happens over some time. And yes, the Oklahoma Goldback is coming out in fall. I think that's going to be really exciting. I did see the artwork on it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the Goldbacks in general are really, they put a lot of artwork into them. They're very pretty. If you haven't seen any up close, the older ones were a little bit fuzzier. Nowadays, it's a lot clearer. And Create Craft, they are used so that the regular Joe has a ability to have fractional gold and silver, well, actually gold, in their hands. In states like Oklahoma, Missouri, just passed a law for this. You can now pay your bills to the merchants and the state even in precious metals. So if you owe back taxes or something you don't want to pay with fiat currency, you can actually use gold and silver, and so that allows goldback to come into that area and do goldbacks for people. Because if you try to make a $6 coin out of gold, you wouldn't really even be able to see it. It'd be like a grain. And the funny thing is 1 grain of gold I think is about $11. You know, with current prices. Hambone, no stress, my friend. High Plains Drifter, how you doing? And yeah, good things come to those who wait. We'll see what happens, Marco Hargis. He said you have waited patiently and put in the hard work for sure. Bring on the good things. But my biggest announcement, the change in my world that happened, is I got voted into the Oklahoma Numismatic Association, and I am now their president. And so I'm really excited about that. For those that are in Oklahoma and have been a part of the shows and stuff, the Oklahoma Numismatic Show has kind of literally slowly gotten to be a smaller and smaller show. Mud Swat, no, a grain is a lot more than $1.10, brother. Because there's 15 grains in a gram. And so if you take 106, which was like the last time I bought a gram of gold, divided by 15, you're at $7 roughly. So it's pretty close. With gold fluctuating up and down, you're $6-7. But thank you, vote for Pedro. I appreciate that, my friend. So those of you that are in Oklahoma, there's going to be a lot of really, really cool stuff. And Wayne Lynn says 480 grams per ounce, so roughly $6. So yeah, if you've ever seen a grain of gold, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little pebble. And that'd be hard. You'd have to put it on like a little card or something to make that a viable thing. But for those of you that are in Oklahoma that are part of the Oklahoma Numismatic Association, I really, really am excited about the future and things to come. We have a lot of cool things lined up. Hey, 11's a lot closer than 1, Mud. No worries, brother. West Side, what's up, brother? Oh, good to see you, man. So I'm thinking, so Brian Jensen says a grain is $6.93 according to the web. And there are some places that will sell a grain of gold as in a business card. I've seen that, Metal Dragon Braveheart. That's really cool. What's up, cool things? If we need a pardon, reach out to you asking for a friend, says vote for Pedro. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let's click back to that's an old one there. Boom, it's Raven up close. But yeah, guys, I wanted to share that news with you. The Goldsby show went really well. We had a lot of fun and had a lot of cool stuff happen. The guy from Goldback came out there and set up, and he got himself some new distributors and whatnot that have joined on. There's a lot of people. There's it's just like any other thing out there. There's one side that's really supportive of goldbacks, and the other side that says, "Oh, it's just a fad. It's not gonna last." And at first when goldbacks came out, I was kind of like that in the same thing. I really didn't think it was gonna catch on the way it has, but to see that it's gone to the states that it has already, and how in Utah you can pretty much live off of goldbacks alone if you wanted. And then the states that are coming on, Oklahoma, Arizona, Missouri, possibly Arkansas and Texas in the future. There's a lot of cool things waiting to happen there. Well, great Scott, they have to pay for the artwork, they have to pay for the materials and printing and everything. And how can you carry around that small versus a nice note? You can pay your taxes in New Hampshire with gold backs. Exactly, Metal Dragon Braveheart. And that's what's happened in other states. Florida's in there as well. Wyoming. It's going to be pretty cool. The only other thing I've seen measured in grains is aspirin. Joe Mustby, we will be getting gold backs on the channel here at some point. One of the shops that I help at, we have gold backs there. So even if, let's say, the thing that I said about possibly having a relationship with gold backs doesn't come through, no matter what, we'll make sure we have them here available. There'll probably be like a buy it now item for you guys, and it's not something that it's going to be like a money maker for me, because you don't really make a profit per se so much on gold backs. The margin is very slim. You live in Utah. Where might you get gold backs? There's Alpine. If you go on to the site, Richard Cornell, there's a place called Alpine. I think they call themselves Alpine Metals. But if you go on to goldback.com, there's actually a map that tells you where you can procure them in your own state. Until businesses and utilities take them, how would a coin shop that you sell gold backs to get fiat from them? Because as time goes on, Shadrach, the companies and stuff are actually signing on as merchants that will accept them. Oklahoma is starting to get merchants that are signing on. Other states, it just takes a while for that to happen in each state, What's up, Shimbo? What's up, Michael Rodriguez? No state tax here, but insurance costs are outrageous. They're going to raise the sales tax if they didn't already. Haven't read the news in a bit. Yeah, and Resin Dragon Studios, that's the idea. Would be we do buy it now as for gold backs. I'm not gonna auction them because, like I said, they're worth a certain market amount, and it wouldn't really be fair to try to make extra profit off of something like that. I think that's something that is done at a certain percentage, a little bit for the distributor, and something that I want to be able to get you guys in your hand. Oh, other bot. Thank you, brother. I always forget about that thing. Let me turn it on here so you guys have some games. It'll take just a second to get the bot booted. So I'm going to do a vote here in a minute to see what you guys would prefer as far as what Sunday nights would be. I think, we can either have it where we do Q&A, or we do a small auction night. It is really going to be up to you guys versus what I'm, going to do. Let's see here. This, and this, and this. All right. All the games are on. But, what's up, Perry Custom Cards? Perry, I responded to your email, my friend. Pretty cool. Crafty T, how you do? I mean, Johnny T, how you doing? Crafty Dragon, I comboed Crafty and Johnny's names together. Well, I've been making my own silver bullion with the new branded logo. Lone Star Fox, I have kids. I've thought about doing poured metal before, and I worry about the kids getting hurt, or I could see them doing something. One of them runs in and grabs onto a bar that's still piping hot, and I would really be upset if one of the kids got hurt because I was pouring metal. And maybe down the road, if I start to get the kind of income where I can literally Ravencraft, if I can afford to get the dyes and stuff made, kind of like how Rob Finds Treasure does, where you do it through a mint and have them do it. That would be really cool, but I know it's pretty darn expensive. It's just the logo and everything, and getting the dies made is in the thousands, and then to get the mint to produce them for you, you have to have a certain amount produced, which is a couple hundred at any given time at least. So it would keep the rarity down, because I'm not a rich man by any means. But where would it be cost effective to where I wouldn't have to charge $80 just to break even? Mighty Horse, come on, we all know you're a secret millionaire. I do give away a lot of stuff. Brown Sugar 0069, how you doing? And Invisible River Ranch, good to see you, my friend. So let's do a vote, a little idea of what you guys might want to do for Sundays. I know that like Chris Nab and other people weren't able to usually be here, except on Sundays versus Thursdays. So, we'll see what happens going forward. Let me go to the poll here. Give me just a second here. There's a channel that stamps coins, a guy and his 2 teenage daughters. Oh, that's cool. Maybe it could be a smaller size coin, but I'd prefer it to be a 1 ounce, item. Let's see here. Sunday night options. So we will do what I call question and answer night, where we'll talk about the current markets. Hey, Breeze for me. How you doing, my sister from another mister? Or and we'll start a poll on that. So it'll be either a question and answer night, where we talk about what's going on with the current market and silver and gold, things like that, or we have Sunday night small auction night and see what happens that way. A Raven back note, that'd be kind of cool. A mix of gold and silver, like a diagonal or something. If they're in Alaska and they pan for their own coin, the gold for their own coins, that's pretty cool, Shimbone. It's always auctions, says Mud Swat. And majority will rule. Maybe we'll do it this way. Maybe we'll do it a small auction, and after the auction we can do Q&A on top of it. For those of you that want to hang around and discuss things. What's up, Ernest Edwards? Good to see you, brother. For those of you that want to hang out and discuss some things that are going on after it, maybe we'll do something like that. But I figure this allows, like I said, there's a certain amount of people. I've gotten quite a few emails to me saying that, hey, Raven, I'd love to be there, but I can't on Thursdays. My work is just too important to my livelihood, of course. So it's either work or RavenHawk, and well, they gotta choose work. So I understand that. There was something that I was gonna do. Let's see here. So, what was crazy? I have a box. Well, I have a couple boxes of stuff where I didn't realize I have this stuff. Like, check this out, guys. I've got silver certificates and 2 stars and $5. These are notes that I've gotten over time that I haven't really done anything with, because I have pretty high standards as far as what I want to bring you guys. But I'm thinking about maybe having a night where I kind of go through random things that I have, and like, check this out to give you an idea. I have a box here that is super random, and I'll show you guys. Jim Thompson, enjoy your short vids from the coin shows. Thank you, brother. I was really busy this weekend, and so this is another box of random stuff. Matter of fact, I got even receipt in there. There's a Jefferson Nickel book that I had gotten a while back that has a number of coins in the book that need to be filled out that I picked up. I know the camera work for this isn't that great, but I'm just kind of giving you a random idea of things. Like, I didn't even know how I got some of this stuff. Like, check this out. I buy little collections here and there. And so this is like notes that were all together in a box. And I have zero clue on foreign currency as far as any real value to any of this. I've got a guy that I work with that can tell me, but I figured it'd be cool to show you guys some of this. Some of these are just like replicas, but here's something that's pretty cool. From Italy. Holy cow. If this is real, this one I'm going to have my guy look at, because that is, says it's $5 from way back, but the paper feels a little off. It might just be a replica. But I end up with stuff that you know, I don't even know what to do with. You know, Mud Swat, I like doing things like Mud Swat, or like grab bags and stuff, but I don't want to sell things unless I know that they're worth people having in their collection. Like, that's cool. That's a fractional currency. That's pretty neat. Love the artwork and things, but you know, I've got a guy that sometimes sells me things that I'm just like, what is that? And he makes me buy it all at once, and so I don't even look at a lot of it. So that's a pretty cool £1 from the Bank of London. Bahama note. Just some random stuff I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, here's some, I know this is like occupation time currency right there. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, that one was really thick paper, just like vellum. You're right. Then I've got empty envelopes here because I think all those notes came out of those and was put into this bigger envelope. These are so beat up that it's really kind of not worth doing much with them. That 2 peso note's cool, but unfortunately is really beat up. We got stuff from Venezuela. I mean, this is a strange little box that I got a while back. I hope this guy isn't boring you guys too much, you know. What's up, Double J? Vern's Rocks and Stuff. Link, how you doing? There's Eastern Caribbean. Wow. When she was younger, the Queen was a pretty, kind of an attractive lady. I've only seen her as an old person, so, you know, she just never looked right. This is from Costa Rica. This is some kind of shilling. Invisible River Ranch, throwing in $1. Thank you, brother. So I don't even know what to do with this stuff, guys. Like, I end up with random things from time to time. I mean, there's a lot of currency in here that unfortunately wasn't really handled well before I got it. And it's been sitting in this little box. So I figured I'd show you guys these things while we're here hanging out. You know, you get to see some random stuff. Clydesdale Bank. This is £1 sterling from from Glasgow, Scotland. Look at that, guys. It says in here to pay £1 of sterling, so that's like a foreign silver certificate. JJ met her when he was in the 3rd grade. Nice. We got more British notes here. We got... Oh. Coin artist. We got his sticker in the box there. Let's see here. I just wanted to show you guys random stuff that I literally don't know what to do with. These are coins from Yugoslavia, Sierra Leone, Lebanon. All from the Littleton Coin Company. So somebody paid a fortune to get those. And I know in here there are random tubes that have silver sitting in them. Like, let's see here. Put each note up for $1 starting bid. Johnny T, I might be ripping people off at $1. You know, some of them might not even worth $1. Well, there's a Canadian penny, the Queen, something from France. We'll see if there's any silver in this tube. Another Canadian penny. Oh, there we go. The hexagonal kind of nickel from like 1960. Maybe I should just make a grab back at coin shows and let people kind of go through it. Okay, I'm not seeing any silver yet. Oh, wait. We got a coin from Mexico. Ooh, something just fell. I don't know what it was. Oh, well. I thought there was some silver in this tube, but I could be wrong. Just some cool random stuff in here. Alright, so that tube, I don't know. What's up, Steve Hendricks? How you doing? Well, it looks like Small Auction is winning out the voting by a landslide. Grab 6 notes, buck, and go. Well, maybe I'll figure something out sometime, guys. Let's see. Here's another tube of random foreign stuff. I didn't even realize I had some of this. Oh, we got a cool Italian coin. This is mostly copper nickel stuff and aluminum. 2 shillings. Yeah, man. I'm surprised I have some of this. Old British penny from 1963. That's not too rare. 1964. Canadian quarter. Nothing too special in that tube. Mini tube. Inkman says he could use the tubes. We're all action audit addicts, says Invisible River Ranch. Many of the notes are well worth over $1, says Johnny T. Well, maybe I'll do something like that. Maybe I'll find some sleeves to put them in so they present a little bit nicer, and we'll go from there. But you know. Here's a Panamanian coin in here. There's some old Mexico. Just random stuff in this box and don't know what to do with it. And all this I bought to get a bigger collection. You know, there's things that I buy that I don't show, that I don't think people are that interested in, but you know, we'll see. Here's some silver in here. Except these silvers are the depending on the year, I think most of these are only 10%. This is 1966. Yeah, these are those 10% Mexican silvers. These literally have like $1.50 in silver. You know, $100 for the whole box, says Joe Musby. The shipping on this box alone would be insane, Joe. This thing weighs about 40 pounds. Nah, I appreciate the offer, but I know that there's some hidden gems in here. I just haven't gotten through it. It's something I really need to do that Miss Raven's been kind of yelling at me about. Well, not yelling, but telling me, hey, your office is getting really unorganized. Oh, here we go. Here's some silver. It's always nice when you find a tube of silver worth some money. I think Joe will actually appreciate this tube quite a bit because all this is random copper stuff right here. So I'm going to put that to the side. But we've got silver Canadian quarter, Canadian silver quarter, a really old Canadian quarter that's worn out, more silver. Yeah. Holy cow. A bunch of silver in that one tube that I didn't even know I had. So let's see here. There's about 65, 70 bucks just in Canadian quarters right there. That's unbelievable. See, I knew there was some random stuff in here that was worth something. I just hadn't looked. I've had this box probably 2 years without looking in it. That I'm going to put to the side. I'm sure there's some silver in there that I haven't looked at. I'll go through this a little bit more extensively at some point. Oh, this is something that I wondered where it went to. This is one of my favorite little pieces of silver I picked up a while back. Little Indian head chief from the Mutiny Metals. Yeah, a little cool little silver bar. Holy cow. Oh, dang. I got some Canadian silver dollars in here even. Holy cow. Yeah, from 65 and 66. Those are silver. Got some dimes in here. Got some half dollars. I have to pull that little bag out. We'll get some Canadian silver up for grabs here in the near future, it looks like. And then, like I said, I'll figure out something with the notes. Those are 80% Lone Star. Canada had 80% for the longest time. This looks like mostly clad. I think I went through this one earlier. Wouldn't that be nice? A bin of 1921 peace dollars. Everyone wants the tubes, says Mud Swat. Crate Craft, I'm sure J-Dog's doing alright. He's normally around. He's probably tired. J-Dog works the night shift. So I'm always really appreciative that he goes out of his way to be on the shows on Thursdays because he works through the night. These are travel tokens, like tax tokens and stuff in this bag. Huh. But, you know, I have this box. I've got another box. Here, I'll show you guys some more stuff. We'll talk for a little bit longer and then call it a night. Let me turn off the auction option here. We had 71 votes, and the majority went for small auctions on Sunday nights. All right, so that is cool. Let me see. Oh. I have bags that have stuff here that I need to get in some type of order or fashion. I mean, look at this ridiculousness. I've got these bags, and there's times that I buy stuff, guys, and I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with the stuff over time. You know, like this one here, I was supposed to make a video on and I forgot about. This one was to be a buyer beware video to understand what actual air coins look like. This one was something that somebody... Oh, come on. I don't know why that is having the problem it's having. Let me try this. If I can get the camera. See, this is supposed to do an automatic focus, and it's not doing it. I don't get that. That's such a bummer. Maybe if I go to my auction layout, maybe the option is set up better. I think the camera, when it goes to this one, is supposed to pick it up better. But this one, you would think, is a broad strike penny, but it's not. Somebody really put this in a vise and squeezed it out. And I was supposed to make a video on it, and I just kind of forgot. You know. But like this bag of stuff here. I've got a bag full of Crazy for Jim? No, I'm sorry to hear that, Silver Wishes. What's up, RLC? Well, this one isn't a webcam. This one right here that's focusing in and out, that's the ZV-1. And it has an option, but when there's too much stuff, like I got a lot of stuff on the desk, it doesn't really want to focus right. For some reason, I'm going to have to get it fixed. So like I got clad Ikes, you know, like I don't really do much with clad Ikes unless they're graded and nice. This one's really cool. This is from Trinidad. It's called the Aboriginal series. Or not Trinidad, Taiwan. Why did it say Trinidad? Taiwan. I thought this was a really cool scalloped coin. Here's a buffalo. Random dark buffalo nickel. Matter of fact, I wonder why I kept this one in a... Yeah. Anyways. Here's a U.S. Air Force silver medal. A 1935 10 centavos. I mean, there's stuff worth money in these bags that I just forget to pull out. This thing is really cool. This is a super toned Canadian dollar that I picked up a while back. And then this is a travel token or tax token for Hawaii. This is all just in this bag here. I mean, just stuff that I didn't know what to do with it. A sterling Chickasaw Nation coin. Rose Dragon, have a good night, my friend. Good to see you. But, so I didn't really have much to talk about other than to say, you know, that I became the president of the ONA. And if you're in Oklahoma and there's things you want to see as an ONA member, or you want to become an ONA member, I'm going to be doing some videos in the future about what's going on with that. It should be pretty cool. You know, but I just realized looking at all this, like, I got a lot of random stuff I need to figure out where it needs to go. Inkman. Me too, brother. I like Tribal Nation stuff. That's why I snagged that up a while back. But I don't keep everything that I come across, you know. I have a tendency to like it for a little while, and then I get rid of it. And, you know, I have a whole bag of foreign stuff here that needs to be gone through. This bag here is all sorts of different things. There's some cool stuff in here. Let me share this one with you. Sorry if I'm missing a lot of the comments. See, like a rainbow toned silver eagle. Really cool toned Lincoln scent. Rainbow Rosie. Oh, this one's pretty cool. I thought that was just beautiful. I got weird taste on toning. I like the weird random stuff. Another really interesting toned Lincoln scent. It's worth quite a bit more than its weight in silver, Johnny T. Johnny T always trying to get the extra deal in there. This one is ridiculous. This is a Merc dime if I can get it to focus right. Look at this, guys. You know what? Let's go back to the auction screen. Maybe that'll help. That's a 1945 that is just a beast of a toner. Mystery bags 25, 50, and 75 and sell them on auction night, says RLC. You know, I could. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know what the camera's doing. It's not picking up. There we go. I think I just need to shield stuff in the background so all that it sees is that. Look at that. That's a toned, seated quarter. And then, you know, I just got a lot of random stuff that I bought over time that I thought I might auction, and then some stuff that I don't want to auction, like a ASE that's toned like this with the bullseye toning, blast white on the other half. That was in somebody's book. Gorgeous 1941 S American Walking Liberty $50. Here's a really cool trade unit that's toned out. And I like this one because it's got the ship on it. Yeah, Johnny T, that's true. Auction off the red stapler, Michael Hargis. Michael, you really want that stapler, huh? Oh, half cent. Another Silver Eagle that's really toned. That reverse is redonkulous. See, this one I don't think is natural. This one is regular toned. Here's a Walking Liberty half that's just really ridiculous. You can see the rainbowness to that. And this is stuff that I've just been keeping in a bag for a while. Just random stuff, you know. Some of them are worth a bit and some of them aren't. And, you know, like this one is very nice. That's a 45S Walker that came out of a book. This 1964 with rainbow toning. That's natural. Yes, I'm a natural tone. And, yeah. So I thought it'd be cool to show you guys some of that stuff. Can I make it a misdemeanor to clean coins? That would be awesome. You could fine people for cleaning them. You know, it's amazing. I was at a show once, and I don't know if I've shared this story before, but I was at a coin show with somebody, and a guy came in with a book of Morgan dollars that were nice. Or maybe it might have been commemoratives. Now I forget the coin, but it was just, let's just say it was an entire collection of something really nice worth thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm talking like something in the neighborhood of probably 10 or 15 grand. Rockzilla, Raven's been holding out on us. They came in, they got an offer on the coins. They said they were going to go home and think about it. They came back the next day. They had cleaned the entire album, every coin in the album, and literally destroyed the value. They went from being offered like 14 grand, I think was the number, to where the dealer said that they would be really hard pressed to give them 3 grand after that. Hey, Bubba. What's up, dude? Are you coming here? Hey, you want to say hi to everybody, dude? You want to say hi? Come here. Yeah. Oh, boy. There he is. The man, Little Rave. Yep, and the person was really bummed because they didn't know. They thought they were doing the dealer a favor, and it really, really messed up the whole thing. Well, you've been doing all sorts of stuff, huh, mister? Oh, Mama's calling you. Thanks for visiting me. I'll be out in a little bit. Don't worry. I'll be there. I love you. Mama's calling you. Better go see what she wants. Yeah. Well, guys, it's been fun to hang out and just kind of talk from the hip, so to speak. Share some stories here and there. And tell you the new news. I appreciate each and every one of you. And, we'll start doing a smaller auction on Sunday nights. I'll figure something out. We'll theme it or something. I don't know. I mean, I think we'll just do maybe like 10 items. It's hard to do an giant, auction every couple nights. Wish we all had that hair say cool things. Cool things. I've got hair. You ready? Here, I rarely show it. But here we go. Ha. Oh. There we go. This old man, you know what's crazy is this is going gray, but this is still staying pretty good. All right, my friends. Play Hail to the Chief when I sign off. Thank you, RLC. Eric A., good to see you, brother. But yeah, we'll see you guys Thursday night. Thank you for everybody coming in and hanging out with me for a little while. And my hair was out in the coin shop video. Yep, that's true. I didn't have a hat or anything on, but I didn't have it down. You know, I don't wear my hair down very often. It's hot. Like, get you hot. All right, my friends. Love each and every one of you. Like always, please make sure to take care of one another. And we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins. Have a great day.